Welcome back to another Trade Alts technical analysis, and in this video we're going to be going over Chiliz and do a quick look at Bitcoin as we've seen some really nice moves in the market recently. Let's get to the charts. We're going to start off with Bitcoin here. This is the daily chart, and this I did call this out in Discord, so if you're not in my Discord, I do have a link in the description below if you're interested. But at 1 o'clock today, 1:55, before anything happened, I did say that I'm going to be watching the reaction around 55,500 to 56K if we get up there, and we did get up there. Actually, we missed, let's see, we got to 55,950, so it's basically 56,000. And really I was looking at a couple of different things. So right here, this level, here's your nice daily block you have here. Price, you get a nice flush down, and then you get the inefficiencies filled right back to this, literally right to the you can see here where this open of the 21st of February was. So just perfect rejection there so far. A nice level to be looking at. And you do have one other thing that I've noticed that I've liked is it was sitting in between your 786 and your 886 fib retracement. And lately, I've noticed that Bitcoin's really like to kind of be in this region. Now, it didn't perfectly hit the 786, it didn't perfectly hit the 886, but a lot of retracements that I have seen in this kind of structure here have been right around in this general area. So that's just kind of one thing that I was keeping my eye on. But that's why I was interested in these levels, why I posted it in Discord. And you can see we got a really perfect rejection so far. So what's next? Well, I'll give you the upside and the downside. So obviously the next step for me, I think we could come back up to this, the top of this candle here. Maybe go down on a lower time frame. That way we can take a look at that. I'm going to take Ichimoku off though real quick. We went on to like a 15-minute. So, really nice rejection off of this level so far. We took out a lot of stops. So I had a really nice trade off of this. But like you can see, we've literally taken out anybody's stops who would have been long in this area, or people who have been moving their stop losses up. So, from here, it wouldn't surprise me if we did get kind of a bounce back up, but I think it's probably going to be faded, to be honest. Like, I think there's probably going to be some decent selling going on. But one thing that I would be very careful of is this kind of area is like, you're kind of ripe for an SFP. So like a swing failure pattern. So essentially, like, let's just say price makes its way back up and you get a wick through to take out anybody's stops, anybody who shorted this region or shorted around here. A lot of people are going to put their stops right above here. So you get your wick above to take everybody's stops out, and then you get another the actual flush down. So that is something that I would be kind of keeping tabs on. But this is something like I would never preset anything. I want to be live in front of my computer during this time to kind of monitor price action. So I'm going to go back to the daily. So that's a possibility. But really, I think like if we do end up pushing up above here, I think that it wouldn't be nice if we can make it up to this weekly level. I think that is likely to be very significant resistance though. If we did get up to this 57,400 area, I think it's going to be very, very tough resistance. And it wouldn't surprise me that this area gets defended pretty heavily. To the downside though, which I think, to be honest, I think that we're still ranging. So like, I wouldn't be surprised, maybe we do come up to this weekly on this push up, but it just wouldn't surprise me. And I think it would throw a lot of people off if we did just keep ranging. We could seriously do this for a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me. And I think it would, that would probably wreck a lot of people. But, again, so this area, big time resistance. I really think, anything from, anything above this wick is likely to be pretty tough. And then to the downside, I really don't want to see yesterday's low taken. So this wick low, March 9th wick low, that would be kind of rough. It could have potential bearish engulfing, but it's really this value area high right here. So this big range value area high, if this is lost, and you start to gain acceptance below this level. So let's say like price kind of comes down and kind of does this thing like that. If that were to happen, naturally, like the way that I would trade this range is I would look back to your point of control, and you know, as kind of your first target, and then your second target here at this value area low. So like I posted in my group, you know, it wouldn't surprise me again, like if we were to lose this level at, you know, 52,000, let's just say we take this low out and we kind of hang around, you know, just sub 52k, very, you know, it puts the probabilities that we could actually revisit these lower levels. So if I turn Ichimoku on, I'm just curious kind of what it looks like. So, I mean, you have your Tenkin here. It hasn't really caught, you know, hasn't been a really good, you know, support resistance pretty much. So I wouldn't really put a whole lot of weight on that. But, you know, again, if we lost this level, I think this is a decent probability that we actually revisit the range lows around maybe 46,000. And, you know, as time progresses, it looks here like your Kijun is going to start moving up, which would be nice. And, you know, again, looking historically here, just on this run up, the Kijun has been a phenomenal buy. 3 times, really, boom, boom, and one right here. Phenomenal buys. If I got another opportunity to buy this again, not financial advice, but I probably would be very, very interested in taking a swing long position somewhere around here. It's just been, you know, the Kijun again is usually a nice place to look for trades. But, you know, that being said, you know, I put the problem, like if I had to take a guess, I really do think that we revisit like some of these lower levels. It really feels like we're going to range for a little bit longer, but you know, this weekly level here, that's the big time resistance. If this is cleared, then obviously like you're likely going to look at new all-time highs. Very, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if we got a significant push, another significant leg up if we are able to take this out. I mean, it wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't surprise me too much. But so that's kind of Bitcoin. That's kind of what I'm looking at. So the, you know, resistance, here's your support really around this, you know, kind of 52, 53 range. So we really wouldn't want to see this area lost. If it's lost, then, you know, I would look back to your other range value areas here and kind of go from there. But that would likely hurt, you know, that would probably hurt the market a little bit if we did, you know, see 46, 47. So just be careful, you know, with your altcoins and whatnot. But I'm going to move on actually to what I've kind of really wanted to cover here, which is Chiliz. I've been getting like some of my friends have actually been buying this and they've been in it and they've done really well. So nice work to them, or any of you, you know, if you guys are out there listening and you're in this, congratulations. Obviously it's been like a really nice run up. You had this really long, you know, so if I take this off, you had a really killer range here for the course of, it says 2 year and a few months, but you had this really nice range here. And I've never actually traded this before, so I didn't want to take a look at it. But again, you had a really nice range. Then you got your dip really right back to your all-time low here from when the coin first started. And then boom, you have this parabolic, crazy move that's been taking place here for the last couple of weeks. The one thing that I will say is, you know, I've seen this happen many times before, and people, you know, buying up here, be very careful doing that, because a lot of times like this move gets faded. Like you'll see it do a complete retrace. And I'm not saying that's going to happen on this particular one, but I would just say like be very careful if you're not in this yet, and like if you're chasing this one, just be real careful, especially kind of with what Bitcoin is doing right now. But that's the Bitcoin pairing. I'm going to take a look at the dollar pairing, which I think most people are trading. And I'm going to have to do this chart really quick because I realize that I'm on the wrong one. So give me just a second. We'll actually do this together. Just give me a few seconds here. Oops. I mean, that doesn't have to be precise because this thing is so far away from price action, it's not going to matter. Again, look at this range. crazy. And then you just have this like ridiculous, I mean, it's like just straight up move. But you can see our current daily candle. It's a little scary out there. Let's see if we have any levels. Probably nothing here. Nope. Maybe a weekly. Oh, way down here. Let's look at. Sorry, I actually had this prepared on my other chart, but I forgot I'm on a different template. But it's okay. Some of you who have been wondering how I kind of do my charting, now you're kind of getting an inside look here. So like you have a daily level here all the way back at 11 cents. I mean, and then you have it, you know, so you got your long consolidation, little bump, another long consolidation. Then you get the start of your move, right? So you get, again, this is still, you take this out of the picture. It's not going to look very nice. There. So still, you get your consolidation, nice run up, another consolidation, another run up, and you get, you know, a 3-day, I wouldn't even call this really, I mean, it's not much of a consolidation, but then you get another impulsive move up. So do you get another consolidation here before another run up? Maybe. But really, like this looks pretty extended. And like Bitcoin, again, you're at the top, you know, you're kind of on the higher end of the range where we've been. That, you know, I don't know. I would be very careful if you're trying to buy around this area. I'll just say that. But it's crazy that you don't even, again, your last daily level that you have is all the way down here at 11 cents. So now it would go down to maybe the 4-hour. Now you get a little bit, you get a bit more structure here. Let's see, it's hour 35 minutes left. Maybe this becomes one. Candle hasn't closed yet, so I can't really say that. But I mean, even on this, I mean, so you get a nice move up, consolidation, move up. Maybe you form a little bit of a range here before, you know, up or down. Looks like you're building a little bit of structure around here. But locally, see, let's turn Ichimoku on, see what it says. Oh wow, look at that. So again, another reason why I really like Ichimoku. You get your long entry here. Well, actually no, because you're under, well yeah, it depends where you had your stop, but I mean it's so tight here you probably wouldn't have your stop here. But you get your long entry and you're still long. I mean, you get a really nice either buy opportunity here or a compound. You could compound your long position here. Beautiful, like right back to your Kijun. Nice bounce. I mean, even just from your Kijun, if I took a quick look, 215% gain. Like that's amazing. So if I wasn't in the market, which I'm not, I've never actually traded Chiliz before, but you know, if I'm looking for like a swing position, a possible swing position, I like my initial default look is to the Kijun. So I always, you know, and like this on the 4-hour time frame with this kind of volatility that we've seen, this has worked nicely. So this is the time frame that I would prefer to stick to if I was going to take a shot here. But like I would be really interested in the Kijun, whatever retest that is, and you know, level by level. Obviously, like if you clear 29 cents and you start to reclaim 29 cents, you're going to likely take another leg up, and you know, we could try to figure out where that might be. But in these types of breakouts, it gets really difficult because it's like, I mean, again, this is like incredibly powerful moves here that we're seeing. I mean, I don't even know where, I mean, you could like take stab and try to come up with some kind of extension, maybe from this low. I mean, I don't even know. Try something like this, maybe 1618. That actually works out pretty nice. Not bad. So the 1618 caught this pretty nicely. This is your initial spike up, and you got to spike through it. And this has kind of been, you know, been around your this is your area of resistance at the moment. 2618, you're 42 cents. I mean, really, I'd have to put a lot more time into this to try to find some targets, and I kind of want to keep the video short. But if you're interested, or if you want to come ask me in Discord and you really want me to try to come up with some targets, I'm happy to do so. It's just going to take me a while because I really like to break things down. But this is your clear resistance. Obviously, it's 29 cents. You get above that, 4-hour close, likely, probably decent enough. But I want to see Bitcoin looking strong as well. And likely you get another move up. Could be a really nice move, honestly. Looking how these have been. Could be another massive move up. And then to the downside is 4-hour level. I mean, it's not really a level yet until the candle closes in an hour and a half, so I can't really say that right now, but I have a feeling this will close and be okay. So this is kind of like your support area for the time being, very local support. Your R2 weekly pivot here right on your Tenkin. That's nice confluence. If I did a Fibonacci retracement, I already know this is probably 0.5 because it's so here. I mean, this is kind of nice. So you have this wick down. Okay, so you take your fib retracement from your swing low here, which is your Kijun retest, all the way up to your current high, and this 382 Fibonacci retracement, you can see price came down, basically perfectly tagged it. And like, this is what you want to see in really strong trends. Typically, like when you have an asset that's trending really hard and you get your retracement, either 382 is the level that you want to see held. Typically, like this is a very strong level when you have these kind of trends. So like this could very well hold. Wouldn't be shocking if this actually held up. Maybe you do a little bit of consolidation here before you try another attempt higher. If the 382 is lost though, I would look like and this goes back to why I like to trade the Kijun, because it works. And you can see from the Bitcoin example, the chart that I shared, like how many times on the daily Kijun that prices come down, and that has been your bottom. So that's again why I really like to trade that. But you look at where your golden pocket's lining up. I mean, your 618 is literally lining up right with your Kijun right now. Now this is, obviously it could start to shift up. But for the time being, if we did get a quick wick down or something like that, this could be a very nice area. So you have your 4-hour Kijun here. You have your golden pocket sitting right on your R1 weekly pivot here. This is a really nice zone, actually. So, I would actually check 4-hour. I'm going to actually set an alert here myself just to see, again, if we do get a quick move down, just kind of an alert to have me take a look at the chart if we do hit that price. But so that's kind of Chiliz. Again, this is a killer chart. I mean, again, if you're in it, congratulations, very nice move. Very nice move. This is obviously your resistance. If this is broken, you're likely going to see another probably pretty decent move up. And your local support sitting here, 24 cents. If this is lost, you look at your structure. But again, if you lose this, I would like to see this zone get filled here. That could be a very nice long opportunity if you're not in it. And then obviously, like, you start to lose this pivot, this R1 pivot, and price starts breaking down here, then you're likely wrong. Like, you're probably wrong. So the invalidation for me would be pretty easy. Yeah. So anyway, that's Chiliz. I do want to do a quick shout out. By the way, whoever donated Ethereum, somebody donated $50 in Ethereum to I have a tip address in the description below, but I did see that. So I just wanted to take a moment to thank you very much. That's so greatly appreciated. Obviously, like it's not expected or not needed from anybody, but I did notice it. So I wanted to take a second to say thank you. But with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, really helps the channel. It's brand new. And again, come see us in Discord if you have any other questions about this chart or Bitcoin. We cover Bitcoin and Ethereum quite a bit. But if you have any questions, pop on to the Discord. I'd be more than happy to have you guys over there. But with that being said, trade safe out there. Have a good night.